Good afternoon. My name is Elise and I'm currently one of the heads of school at Pangborn College. We are here to celebrate International Women's Day, the theme of which is Women in Leadership and Achieving an Equal Future in a COVID-19 World. To mark this important event, I'm going to be interviewing Charlotte Butterworth, who was one of the first two girls to attend the college in the early 1990s. After leaving the college, she read music at Cardiff University and then spent 12 years in the Royal Navy, firstly as a logistics officer and then as an in-house naval barrister. On leaving the Royal Navy, Charlotte went to work for a shipping law firm, and in 2010, she took a short career break to be with her two, then small children. After that, she went to work for a maritime and cybersecurity company. Charlotte currently works as an in-house lawyer for the international aerospace company, Britten-Norman. It gives me great pleasure to welcome her here today, especially as she is one of our college governors. On a personal note, I'm particularly looking forward to interviewing Charlotte, as I'm intending to go to university to read law myself. Hi, Charlotte.
Hi, Elise. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you.
Good. Please can you tell me about your current role?
Yeah, sure. So I'm a barrister and I work as a general counsel and company secretary, as you have mentioned, for Britten-Norman, which is an aerospace company. I provide legal and business risk advice to the board of directors, to the senior leadership team, and other individuals and departments within the company. My role encompasses quite a wide range of responsibilities, and I cover many areas of the law. So I look at commercial issues, corporate employment, property, regulation, and intellectual property. So that's quite a few different areas of the law. And I hear you want to read law at university. How did you become interested in law yourself?
I think I'm not really sure, to be honest. I just think when I was deciding what to do for university, it seemed like a natural fit following my A-levels. And then once looking around at the different courses, it seemed that it would be something I'd be really interested in.
Oh, good. Excellent.
You read music at university. Please can you tell me what your favourite piece of music is and why?
It's a very good question. I have to say I was a bit boxed by this one because I have a varied choice of music through all across different genres. And of course, having been to read music at university, exposed me to lots of different types of music. So it's quite hard to try and pick just one piece. I'm a bit of a fan of Bach. But I think if I was to pick one piece of music which I just simply love, it would be Widor's Toccata from his organ Symphony No. 5. Probably heard it as a processional piece of music when at weddings and things like that. But I absolutely love that, and it's one of those pieces of music I could just listen to forever and never stop.
Those are the best, definitely. What has the current pandemic taught you?
Well, I think the current pandemic has taught me to be flexible and adaptable. It's required a huge amount of strength from all of us. And hopefully we'll look back upon this really difficult and challenging time and feel that we've all learned something about ourselves and about one another. But it has been a really, really difficult time.
Yeah, I completely agree. The pandemic has totally forced us to reevaluate our perspectives on maybe who we are in our current situations. So what changes would you like to see for the post-COVID world?
Well, I think that it would be, if we could all be a bit more tolerant as a result of what has happened, I think that would be a fantastic thing to come out of this whole episode, really. As you said, it has been incredibly challenging, but a lot of those challenges have been quite personal. I think everybody has reacted in different ways. It has affected us all in different ways, and it has affected some people more than it has affected others. And I think if we have learned to be sort of tolerant and understanding about that, then that cannot be a bad thing.
Yeah,
I think.
I agree. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Keep going.
I think also if increased hygiene comes out of this, that won't be a bad thing either.
Definitely.
And also I think a sense of community as well. I think quite a lot of us have recognised that we have to look after our nearest and dearest, whether that means our families or just those that live close to us. We have to look out for one another, and I hope that we've all learnt that, and that continues after the world becomes a little bit more open and we gain a little bit more freedom.
So, in what ways did your time at Pangborn prepare you for your current role or leadership position?
Well, now that is a good question, because I'm having to reach back into my memory bank for for a long time ago. But actually, that it's a very good question, because I feel that my time at Pangborn certainly shaped me as an individual. You've mentioned I was one of 2 girls to go to the school right at the beginning when they opened up the college to 2 girls, and that was quite a challenging time. But it's certainly, as you will be aware from Pangborn and your flag values and what it teaches you, I think early exposure to taking responsibility, not just for myself, which I think is something we all learn, but of other people, I think was something that I really benefited from. And I think for me, being in an environment personally where I was surrounded by a bunch of boys, I think I had to learn very quickly not to be frightened of getting something wrong or being sort of embarrassed, and that actually we make mistakes and we have to learn from our mistakes and move on. We're all human.
I can't imagine being one of 2 girls.
It was a bit of a challenge, but it was fine. They were very kind to me and Claire, very kind. We had a good time.
Yeah, I'm sure. What wisdom might you wish to impart to the young people listening?
Well, my children probably would tell you that I give them far too much advice about just about everything. So I'm not short of a thing or two to add on this one. But I do have a bit of a mantra that my children always say, is mummy's saying, and that is to kill them with kindness. That's something I always say, particularly my children, a little bit younger than everyone at Pangborn. But I do say, they can learn to stand their ground whilst being completely respectful but confident in themselves, then they won't go too wrong. I think that's a good thing to stand by. I would say have forgiveness, forgive yourself and be kind to yourself, and forgive others. And I would also say laugh a lot.
Yeah.
My aunt, who is someone who has inspired me, she has always said to me, keep your sense of the ridiculous, dear. And I've taken that with me.
I love that. As it's International Women's Day, can you tell me what women have inspired you?
Now, I think this is quite a difficult question, because I think there are so many inspirational women out there, and I wouldn't wish to sort of single any one individual person out, or maybe one. But I would say all women who juggle family, their careers, particularly those that do it on their own, without support. I have a huge amount of admiration from everyone who juggles all those balls in the air. And sometimes we drop a few, but actually it doesn't matter. We pick them up, put everything back together again, and we move on. But yeah, I do think that it's a challenging. It remains a challenging time for women. We're still not there yet, but we're getting there and we're making huge strides. And I'm a great supporter of seeing women venture into every avenue they possibly can, because there's no doubt there's a huge amount of talent out there, and a huge amount of experience and qualities that I think women can offer all different sectors of life, industry, We have so much to offer. So the only woman I would single out, I think, is the Queen. I think she just symbolises stability, resilience, and she is completely stoic, and I have a huge amount of respect for her.
The Queen is pretty awesome. You can't lie with everything she does.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Charlotte, for the most interesting and thought-provoking interview. It's been great listening to an old Pangbornian who's so successful. This has definitely given me personally food for thought, and I'm sure others too. So thank you.
Thank you, Elise, and I wish you all the very best in your studies and reading law. And I hope the rest of this year goes well for you.
Thank you.
Take care.